welcome to Katrina's Creations. We are going to be trying to soften up my Forevermore poncho. So first thing you need is some conditioner. Now you guys know me, cheap is plastered on my forehead, as I say. Anytime I go to a hotel and they give, you know, the sample shampoo and conditioner and hand cream, I take it. I always, yeah, it goes home with me because I figure I'm paying for the hotel room. They can throw this in because hotel rooms are expensive. And it works out nice. We do use them because the little soap bars I put upstairs for when guests stay with us, they've got soap to use. I put the shampoo and stuff up there as well. The little body lotion or hand lotions that they give you are perfect to fit into my purse. So I take those. And if I run out of shampoo, I've got spares. So this happens to be conditioner only. You do need to use just conditioner. You can't use the 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner. So I've been watching a few videos and I've also done a little bit of reading. So let's experiment and hopefully the scratchy poncho will be less than scratchy. If it works, I have a feeling that some of my scratchier knits are going to be taking a hot tub in with the conditioner. So let me get the camera turned around and we will get started. All right, we are at my kitchen sink and I'm going to, I don't want to put hot water in because that could cause it to felt, but I don't want cold water because I have Raynaud syndrome. You can see my hands are kind of weird right now. That just means these capillaries in these hands have like slammed shut, and that's why my hands are so white and red. They'll turn blue shortly. But anyway, I'm going to be mixing this cold and hot together so it's kind of lukewarm. I'm going to dump the conditioner in here. You can wash the wool ahead of time from what I have seen, but I'm not going to do that. I figure my wool is pretty clean. It's not like I used it straight from the sheep. I forgot to pull my sleeves up. I think this conditioner might be a little old. It's kind of hard to squeeze it out, so add a little bit of water. There we go. It's all out. And mix it up. My hands are starting to warm up. You can see that's still white, but now they turn blue. They go red, white, and blue. But anyway, that's part of having Raynaud's. So now I'm going to turn the water off here, and I'm going to push this in, and you want it completely saturated. Which is why I'm having to use the kitchen sink. Normally I do this in the bathroom sink, but this is so big that it's just not going to fit in there. It feels a little softer already, and some of you viewers had told me that you have done this before and that it really works. One of you, Thora, said that she does this with her Icelandic yarns, her Icelandic wools, and it has done it for years and that it works really well. And some of the videos I watched, you could actually do this with acrylic too. So if you have some of the like Red Heart that tends to be a little crunchy sometimes, that you can do that with acrylic as well. So there, we've got it soaked. And now I'm just gonna leave it like this. I have to fix Sunday dinner in the middle of all this. I guess we're not gonna be using this sink. I'll have to use that side. But anyway, thankfully we're just warming up leftovers, so I won't need the sink because this needs to soak at least an hour or more. So you can let it soak as long as you want, but it's gotta be at least an hour. So I'm going to turn the camera off and come back in an hour or so, and we'll see how this looks. Okay, it has been actually about 5 hours since I did this, so I'm going to pull the plug. It does feel softer just to the touch at this point. Now I'm going to try to squeeze most of the water out, and then the rest I'm actually going to put it through the spin cycle on my washing machine because it's kind of heavy to try to wring all of it out. And I want to be gentle at the same time because I don't want this to felt. But right now it's so heavy it's going to drip all the way to the laundry room, so I'm going to try to squeeze most of this out. Okay, I've got the majority of the water out. I'm going to now run this. You can see what it's doing to my hands. I'm going to run this to the laundry room and we're going to stick it on the spin cycle. Okay, I've got it in there and I'm going to set this on delicate and I'm going to do the spin here. So it's going to rinse and then do the spin. It is done. You can see some of the wool actually came off. So let's hope it didn't felt too much because unfortunately my washer doesn't have just a spin cycle. It puts it through a rinse too. It feels softer. Yeah, it definitely feels softer. So we're going to block it and I will come back after I take all the excess fur out of my washing machine. And we're going to block this and I'll let you know how it turns out once it dries. So the poncho has dried. And I'm going to show it to you in a minute, and we'll evaluate whether the conditioner worked to soften up the scratchy yarn. And my hair is doing interesting things. Anyway, we have, there was a little short video yesterday that I put out about a sale. I did want to, if you missed it, wanted to explain what it was. Lion Brand is having a sale for an additional 30% off of yarns that they've already marked off up to 25%. So potentially it's a 55% off sale. The sale does end on January 19th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you do need to use a coupon code JANEXTRA30. The link is down below in the description box. It will take you to the yarns that are marked down. So they're already marked down up to 25%. And then if you use that coupon code, you get an additional 30% off of that. So that's Lion Brand. Links down below if you're interested. Now let's go check out the poncho. So here it is. I've got it hanging in my laundry room. And I've got an end I need to weave back in again. I would say it is definitely softer. it's not as soft as I would have hoped for, but I don't blame that so much on the conditioner as I blame that on the washing machine, because unfortunately it doesn't have just a rinse cycle. It only has it doesn't just have a spin cycle, it has a spin and rinse. I can't just do one or the other. So I'm afraid that it maybe rinsed out a lot of the conditioner. I did end up with a lot of little fuzzies afterwards. I showed them, you can see it kind of here, where the yarn kind of fuzzed up, and again, I think that's because it went through a rinse cycle. Because I did have a lot of fuzzies inside the drum of the washer that I had to pull out. But the softness, it's definitely softer than it was. So I would say it worked, but it would have worked better had I not had to put it through a rinse cycle as well as just a spin cycle. So, but yeah, I would say it feels like it's softer. And from what I understand, you can also do the same method with acrylic yarn. So yeah, this is what I think of it, is I think it worked, but I think it would have worked better had I just been able to spin dry it instead of go through the rinse cycle. And if it was a smaller project, I would have just hand wrung it out, pressed it out, and then blocked it from there. But because this was so big and bulky, I just could not get all the water out just by doing it by hand. Some people use a salad spinner for small projects to get the water out, and that would work on a small project, but not on something that's this size. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. And will I do it again? Absolutely. Minus the washing machine. So that is it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and I will see you again on Saturday. Bye, everybody.